Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Rune
everybody.
Factory! Hello Azura, what is up?
The sky.
Cool. It's been a little bit since we last did Rune Factory.
Yeah.
Some stuff has come up, but... Okay, cool. It's like 3 p.m. Yeah, let's sleep. Let's sleep for a good 14 or so hours. Everything should be fine here. Anyway, recent news, I got another new computer. A nice, cute little handheld computer.
Hooray.
It works well. There's a small issue where with, like, the touchpad with the keyboard, every time I, like, try to hit a key, it does, like, it vibrates.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't know how to turn that off on a computer, because that's not a feature that computers should have. And it has, like, a software downloaded on it to, like, adjust the hotkeys of the buttons and
Yeah,
stuff.
I can see why that might be an issue.
Oh my gosh, Discord is lagged.
Yeah, I noticed.
So anyway, however, the software is in Chinese.
Oh.
Because it's a Chinese computer.
Ah.
Three black grass right in a row. That's not a bad sign, is it? That's fine, right? It's probably fine.
Maybe.
See, I need to look up and try to figure out how to get that changed, how to fix that. Let's turn the game audio down just a little bit more. And who knows, at some point I'll probably start doing Let's Plays with that. Just plug in a headset so the microphone doesn't get all cluttered up. Because, like, yeah, it has a microphone in it that seems to be pointed right at the buttons. So if I'm, you know, touching buttons while trying to talk, the sound of buttons being pressed is much, much louder than my voice.
I mean, you say that, but when we were doing some Played Up the other day, you're saying...
I was not on Discord on the handheld, so I was not using that thing's microphone.
Oh, okay. Also,
Yeah,
it wasn't Played Up, it was Pokemon. That was the one I was thinking. So never mind.
Yeah, I did some Played Up on it, and it worked fine. I came in here because I wanted to see if it's collection day. It is not. However, might as well do this anyway. So, what is it? Yeah, so, whatever, I have a headset. It's the same headset that I use for VR, so it works fine. I just need to test doing some recordings wearing that. I try to do some recordings while doing Beat Saber. You know, because that's popular and stuff, see what that's like. And throughout the entire recording, like, sure, you can hear the song, you can hear the game, whatever, just fine. But you can also just hear me basically hyperventilating for the entire song. And here I thought I wasn't breathing that hard when I played Beat Saber. But I don't know if it was like position of the microphone, or maybe I couldn't hear myself through the headset that well and I thought I was breathing quietly. But you can hear me breathing really hard while trying to... Like, it was an intense song, but still. See, it feels nice to finally just be back home and not have to be all like, oh, I have to hang out with family all day again today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. It's like, oh my gosh,
instead you have to hang out with me.
And it's not so much have to.
Want to?
Yeah. I saved doing my Rune Factory recording for when you got home so we could do it together.
Ooh. And maybe, just maybe, the school will be done.
I mean, semi-decent chance.
I mean, I said just maybe, so.
So, ba-ba-ba. Yeah, I really need to get back into doing recordings. I found on... Yeah, I spent a bit of time today trying to hook up a Minecraft mod pack launcher, Technic, I think it was. And I downloaded what claims to be Sky Factory 5. It has a few differences. I've played it for like an hour or two. And I could find definitely at least a few differences between it and previous Sky Factory games.
Such as?
One, the default world generation is not in the sky.
Ah.
Instead, yeah, if you want the world generation that is in the sky, you have to choose the Great Wall world generation.
Interesting.
And yeah, you spawn off right next to a massive flippin' wall of bedrock. Like, I think it goes up to world limit and down to world limit, and it's either north and south or east and west, whatever. As far as I've been able to see. Again, I've only played for a few hours, so I haven't tried to get around the wall yet. And, like, you have one block of bedrock to stand on, and you start off with, like, one sapling. I think it's 14 grass blocks instead of the normal one that you would start with. A stack of bone meal, which, I mean, okay, that's good. That's fine. No big deal, you'd think. Actually is a big deal. And here's the biggest changes. Actually, bigger than a bedrock wall. You start off with a bucket of lava and a block of ice.
Interesting.
So, I've been over this before, I'm sure. Normally, Sky Factory, you start off, you know, on a tree, on top of a block of dirt. Probably grass, but it changes into dirt fast enough. And yeah, then you have to, like, build out from there, whatever. If you want to make cobblestone, you need to get lava and water yourself. So, like, make a wooden barrel, collect rainwater. Boom, you have the water, but you still need to actually make a bucket for it. For lava, you need to make a stone crucible, make a torch, put that underneath the, Wait, no, what was it? No, not a stone crucible, surely. How do you make lava again? You have to... Wait. To actually make, like, cobblestone generation, you have to cut down the tree enough, eventually make a crook, chop down the leaves with the crook to get silkworms, make a new tree, use the silkworms on the tree to infest them, chop those down to get string. String is useful in a bit. No. Yeah, you have to get a wooden crucible, I think, or no, wooden barrel to put the saplings in to make dirt. You have to sieve the dirt, make a sieve, use the string to make the sieve part. Sieve the dirt to get pebbles, turn the pebbles into cobblestone. Eventually make a stone crucible, put a torch underneath it. You can either make a furnace and burn logs to get charcoal to make a torch, or you can get a hammer and hammer the cobblestone into gravel and try to sieve that to get coal. And then eventually put some cobblestone in the stone crucible with the torch underneath it, and that can eventually turn into lava. It's a process that usually takes a few hours. But no, you just start off with it. Plus the bucket. Normally you need to, make gravel. Sieve the gravel, or break the gravel enough to get flint. Upgrade the normal sieve into a flint-based sieve. And then sieve the gravel enough to, make a bucket so you can transfer the lava and transfer the water to make a cobblestone generator. And usually by that point you have so much dirt that you can use dirt as a platform to make the cobblestone generator on, instead of just making it on the wood and letting it just burn. But instead you can basically just skip all of that and go straight into cobblestone generation if you really want to. Just as long as you pause for a bit first to, get like a wooden pickaxe to start chopping at the cobblestone. So it's like you skip a lot of the early game, which I guess the developers hate that part of the early game. So like, alright, let's bump you ahead to section 2. But also, the bone meal that they give you, if you use Tinker's Construct, which is part of the mod pack, it gives you, you can use bones as a better tool building material than cobblestone or wood, the two things you would really have access to at this point. And normally, getting bones would be annoying, because you'd either have to sieve dirt or dust to get it. And also, speaking of which, you need bone meal to make the crucible to make the lava. Is also a thing. So you need to, hammer cobblestone to make gravel, hammer the gravel to make sand, hammer the sand to make dust, and each dust has a 20% chance to give you 1 bone meal. 7 bone meals make the crucible. Along with clay that you need to use water and dust together to make 1 block of clay. So you have to do that twice and get 7. Like, all to make a crucible to get some lava. But the most annoying difference, because like, sure, whatever, they added a bunch of stuff to make the game a bit easier, especially in the early game. Doesn't really matter in the long run. Except what does matter in the long run is they removed Vein Miner.
What?
Oh good, you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was like Sky Factory 4 or something that removed Vein Miner but put in like Ore Miner or something instead. Like Ore Excavator or something, and you could use that and it's basically the same thing. Yeah, no excavator, no vein miner. I looked through the controls scheme, looked through every item in the controls menu like 5 times. Tried chopping down blocks, well, with every individual key on the keyboard pressed down. None of them did the thing. So, yeah, somehow I just, play through like normal, except with no vein miner. Like, the game is actually going to take a lot longer to get through things than it's supposed to. And, like, if you want to make the early game go faster, have flippin' vein miner. And, like, one could make the argument that once you have an automatic cobblestone maker machine with like auto hammers to make gravel and sand and dust and blah 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 and all, just automated tools to do all of that, then you don't really particularly need Yeah, then you don't really actually need Vein Miner anymore, except if you make Tinker's Construct tools, they level up based on number of uses, and Vein Miner allows you to use a tool many, many, many times at once.
Yeah.
So the time it would take to use the tool once or twice, you can instead use it like 100 times. In addition to being really useful for chopping down trees.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, do I want to open up the mod packs just to try to add a Vein Miner to this? Or do I just want to play a different version of Sky Factory and just start over from the beginning again, and this time not have a wall to deal with? And it's like, those are basically my options.
Yeah, that just sounds like it's a good idea to just use an earlier version.
Yeah. And like, truth be told, I'm almost tempted to play through Sky Factory 1 again, just so I can use the, shoot, what was it? Dartcraft? Just so I can have power trees again. And make, was it power torches?
I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
I think, yeah. It's an older mod. I think it was like 1.6 version that I ended up on and didn't get updated past. But it's like golden trees with golden leaves. If you chop them down, you get golden logs. And if you make sticks out of those and make golden charcoal used from smelting golden logs on them, you make like power torches. I believe you can put different potion effects on the torch. So whenever anyone is within the light radius of one of those torches, you get a weak version of the potion effect.
So similar to a beacon.
Similar to a beacon, except a heck of a lot easier to make. And technically a smaller reach because it doesn't go infinitely up and down. But
Now here's my question. Can you put multiple potion effects on the same one?
No, but it does stack.
Okay, the reason I was asking you if it could put multiple potion effects on the same one, does that also work if you're carrying it?
I don't actually know if it works if you're carrying it. I don't think it does.
Oh.
I just remember using Tinker's Construct, having a forge going on, and having like 50 or so healing torches all around it, and just throwing some iron golems in. Because when a creature that can take damage is in a forge that is active and has liquid material in it, the creature in the forge takes damage on a constant basis, and depending on what the creature is, it smelts a certain material out of it. Like if the player jumps in, it'll make blood. If an iron golem is in there, it'll make liquid iron.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, so I had... But the iron golems were healing from the torches enough that they wouldn't die in the forge. So I had like 10, maybe 15 or 20 iron golems in the forge at once. And the blood went so far up, it stayed as a 3x3 pillar, like 50 blocks above the forge. Like, it was just...
Wow.
It was a column of molten iron.
I mean, that sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Basically, I had infinite iron. I could also make infinite blood, infinite, I think, pig iron.
Yeah, I believe pig iron uses blood, yes.
No, if you smelt zombie pigmen, you get, like, pig material. or something.
Oh, I seem to recall pig iron being requiring blood. I might be wrong.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
It's
know
been a
there's
while.
something to do with blood.
I just remember usage for blood being that you could smelt it into, like, an item that you could, like, eat to regain some health or something. You could make food out of molten blood. But yeah, just infinite iron. Just right there. But of course, in Stone Block 2, I managed to do basically the same thing because I just had an Iron Golem generator. Like a Iron Golem spawner. So it just spawned in the Iron Golems, and they'd all just go in and blah blah blah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Iron Golem spawner into your forge.
Yeah, Iron Golem spawners, all in a nice compact room, so they have to spawn in the room, with conveyor belts to push them all into the forge.
Yes, but then also have those healing torches.
No, Stone Block 2 doesn't have the healing torches, unfortunately.
I know, but just like...
But yeah.
Just with a custom mod pack, I guess, rather than Stone Block or Sky Block or whatever. But, because that would be fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, when it comes to making materials, Sky Factory already has it beaten with the mystical plants.
So the school wasn't done today?
Doesn't seem like it.
And do you check that by, like, walking up to it, or talking to Byron?
I mean, she says the school isn't built. Let's go and check out the school.
Did you save?
I saved last night.
Okay.
Nope, school's not built.
Not quite.
It's too early in the day to talk to Byron.
Alright.
But yeah, the mystical plants. I still remember playing, I think, like, Sky Factory 2. Years and years and years ago. The idea with the mystical plants is once you have proven that you can get at least 4 of a material, you could essentially keep making that material infinitely. Because, hey, this is Sky Factory. Anything other than dirt, wood, and leaves, you would have to find out some sort of a way to make on your own, and could theoretically make as much as you want. So, like, say, redstone, for example. If you can make 4 redstone, you could make as much as you wanted. Theoretically speaking. So, you could go the slow method of making the redstone, which I think is a slim chance if you sieve dust on, like, a diamond tier, like, sieve. Or you could make, like, a redstone plant. So use, like, mystical plant seeds, some essences from basic mystical plants, and, like, some redstones, and you make a plant. It takes 4 flippin' ever to grow. Like, I want to say it takes, like, an hour to grow. And then when you chop it down, you get redstone plant seed, and, like, 1 redstone essence. And you can put, I think it's, like, 9 of them together to make, like, 16 redstone or something. So you basically get 1.5 redstone. 1 to 2. But then you replant that 1 seed, and it's like, okay, well, if you want to make more, you have to make more redstone seeds. So eventually you can have a big field all growing redstone, and actually have it be faster. So that's the idea.
Fun.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, all of my Sky Factory runs go through their gardener phase at some point.
I mean,
However,
I just want to the mod, I don't know if it's in all Sky Factories or if it was just in one of them, and I don't even know which one. The one with the chickens.
Oh, not actually in the Sky Factories, but it is in Stone Block. At least it's in Stone Block 2.
I mean, it was in the Sky Factory version that Achievement Hunter did.
I have checked the various... Like, I've looked through all of the different Sky Factory versions that I'd played. You know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And... No, that's right. It was in 4. I am completely mistaken. I spent a lot of time on 1, 2, and 3. I had, like, one playthrough of 4. Chickens are in Sky Factory 4. I remember that now. I was totally wrong.
And I don't suppose any of them also include move fluids.
Move fluids? I believe that was also... I believe that was also in 4.
Okay, so what you're saying is...
I think might have been. I'm not entirely sure if it was in Sky Factory 4.
What you're saying is, if that turns out to be true, basically we're just going to be playing, you know, Sky Factory 4 if we get around to doing it.
I mean, move fluids are also in Stone Block 2. I know that one for certain. However, I'm trying to remember how it works, because with the plants, you need to have the material in order to make the plant seed to begin with. I think with the chickens, you can breed the chickens together and eventually make all of the different types of chickens. And I think the same is true for the cows. However, there is at least one material you can only get from the cows that you cannot get from seeds or chickens. I think that there's at least one material from the chickens that you can't get from cows. I think.
And would those be milk and eggs, respectively?
No.
Wait, you can get milk chickens? And liquid egg?
I mean, you can't get regular eggs or basic milk from, you know, the modified chickens or cows.
Wait, so you never get regular chickens anymore?
You could get a regular chicken, but that's just a vanilla thing. That's not part of the mod.
Yeah.
I was talking about specifically the modded ones. From the cows, you can eventually, and I say eventually because it literally took me like a solid week of constant playing to get, you can eventually get infinity cows. I'm not talking about a number, I'm talking about cows that make liquid infinity.
What?
Yeah,
what
infinity...
Is liquid infinity?
Liquid infinity you can put on a... so Tinker's Construct has casts. You can put on it... You can move liquid infinity onto a Tinker's Construct cast to make infinity ingots. I keep thinking like Infinity brand TM ingots. And with those, you can make some like... That's basically like the end game tools that you can make with those. It's been a while since I played Stone Block 2. But yeah, you can make some really, really flippin' strong materials with that, because I believe, and again it has been a while, I believe the thing with Infinity stuff is that it's supposed to require a boatload of materials to make one ingot. Like, making one ingot legitimately, I think would take longer. Like, from starting up the game, making it legitimately, versus start up the game and make it via cow, it's faster to go with cow.
No.
Or maybe not for the first one, but for being able to actually make a tool out of it, it's faster. Right, I wanted the scythe. Let's toss some stuff in the shipping bin.
By the way, Claire, I realized something. Your entire run has already failed, and has been failing from the very beginning.
What's that?
What is the actual name of the tool you're holding?
Oh, is it like water pot or something?
Yeah.
technically the run hasn't started yet, because Arc 1 doesn't matter, right?
I mean, it kind of does. I mean, it's the one where we chose the gender and name of our future character.
Anyways, yes. Right, trying to think of stuff. So yeah, I think that those are the three ways to farm materials in a miscellaneous fashion. Like, not, you know, oh, you can make a redstone farm by doing blah blah blah, make a gold farm with, like, zombie pigmen, or, you know, iron farm with iron golems.
Right.
Right, the plants. I believe in... I want to say Rune Factory. In Sky Factory 1 or 2, when it came to the plants, occasionally you would chop down the plant and you get 2 seeds instead. So you could slowly grow your farms, and it's like, okay, well, now I have, like, a stack of redstone seeds, so I can get lots of redstone quickly here. But in one of the Sky Factory games, 2 or 3, it introduced the concept of, no, you chop it down, you only get 1. It's capped at 1. So you can't use the seeds to farm extra seeds.
Interesting.
However, if you make a, and I believe this is the tool name, a mattock, and you upgrade the luck up to maximum, that requires a few hundred lapis to do. But if you do that, then you once again have a chance of getting either 1 or 2 seeds. And I tested it. I made the mattock, and as a base, nope, still specifically just 1 seed. Upgrade the luck to, like, luck 1. Tried it a couple of times. Nope, 1 seed. Luck 2, 1 seed. You have to max it out at, like, luck 3. And it specifically has to be the mattock, because I've also tried it with other tools. And it's like, okay, well, now you can sometimes get multiple. But I'm decently sure that by... Whoops. That by Sky Factory 4, that is no longer the case, and you can just get multiple seeds again. I think. I hope. It might have a trick to it. I don't remember. Again, it's been a while. That's why I've been wanting to play it. That's why I've been wanting to play it again, because it's been so long.
Ooh. Yeah, it's been so long since you played Rune.
Rune Factory.
Rune Sky and Factory.
No, I like the Rune. Has a nice sort of ring to it. Right, stuff. Yeah, it'd be nice to get to just play together, record and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. God, remember the Let's Play video of where someone discovered Vein Miner?
Oh.
From the Rooster Teeth one, specifically? Like, all 8 of them were in, like, episode 1, just walking around the little base, and then suddenly the floor went out from under all of them.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because Vein Miner was set to, like, crouch or something. Yeah, I really don't like it when Vein Miner is set to crouch, because sometimes you're just crouching while chopping down something. Naturally, I played one mod pack a while back. I eventually stopped once I completely crashed it and couldn't open it up again. But it had, it's like something weird like force. Whatever. It had a, like, vein miner set to crouch, but of course it doesn't tell the player that. So at one point I'm trying to, like, build a staircase. And it's like, I'm at the base of the stairs trying to, like, place them down and stuff. So I'm crouched because there's, like, a pit under me because I'm in the process of building the stairs. And it's like, oh, I put that one stair down in the wrong spot. Let me just take out my axe and break it. And now I fall into the water.
Oof.
And I didn't know that vein miner was a thing because I hadn't used it before. So I just... And it only ever happened with specifically this one block, because I somehow had never been crouching while breaking things ever before in the whole game. And somehow I also didn't, you know, try to break the stairs while not crouching. So every time I broke the stairs, it broke all of the stairs. So I had to make that entire project without ever missing a beat. Yeah, and I eventually crashed that whole game file. But I put like a teleporter feeding into an autocrafter or something like that. And the game was like, nope! And I remember that specifically because I had flashbacks to that when I crashed Played Up by doing something very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Put an autoplater facing onto a teleporter. Which honestly might not crash the game anymore. But it did once. I don't think I was recording back then either. So
you know,
some people...
And you saying that reminds me of, you know, a bug in a, you know, in a Mario 64 ROM hack. That again is just something that can happen sometimes, but it's only been recorded. Well, it's, at least as far as anyone, you know, is aware, it seemed to only happen in one place. But in theory, because it happened there, could happen elsewhere, but it only ever happened there.
What is it?
Okay, Kaizo Mario 64.
Heard of it.
Yeah. One of the big things that it does, particularly in the first level, is add a bunch of chain chomps. To the point where they even renamed it from Bob-omb Battlefield to Chain Chomp Battlefield.
Sure.
And there's a lot of them. However, there are chain chomps in a couple of other levels. And apparently, in at least one of them, freeing the chain chomp by, like, triple stomping its pole that's attached to, it'll kind of fly off and then crash the game. But it seems that all the ones in Bob-omb Battlefield are fine.
Sorry, freeing the chain chomp does what?
The chain chomp flies off and it crashes the game. However, they only, like, they mentioned that the first time that they showed, you know, that they ran across, you know, chain chomps, you know, in, you know, that level, saying, oh, you probably shouldn't free them because it can happen. But then mentioned, you know, later that it only happened, you know, when they tried it in this other level that doesn't normally have chain chomp. I think it was Tiny Huge Island. Yeah, admittedly, most of Kaizo Mario 64 can be summed up with fire, chain chomps, and chukyas. Oh, and also insane gauntlets that you have to do multiple times because they're basically required to get anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Like, yeah, Tiny Huge Island. There's a gauntlet you have to go through every time. Although, they did mention something, the Let's Players watching did mention something that I agree with, is that the creator of the mod should have just made it at least a different gauntlet depending on which painting you jump into. Instead, you have to jump into the big painting, because going into the small one, you just immediately fall and die.
Well, that's just
So,
annoying.
so it forces you to go into the big one, which is doubly annoying because, of course, you have to go down the long hallway every single time,
Yep.
and then you have to go through the gauntlet. And it's like, luckily you can skip part of the gauntlet, but it's just like, by the time you can reach that skip, you've already reached basically the hard part.
Yeah, Kaizo Mario just, you know, hard mode for the sake of playing a hard mode. Just like, was it Dark Souls?
But then there's also like other ones where there's like, well, heck, in Womp's Fortress, there is sort of a gauntlet that you have to go through past the just climbing the tower to get that star. And then there's like one or two more stars that you have to go up that way again to get everything. Oh, yeah, right. You have to go on this huge gauntlet where you basically have to just keep on moving, constantly moving. Otherwise, the platforms will fall and you'll fall to your doom.
Yeah, that's just basic Mario stuff.
And you get up there,
Yes.
and there's the star and a red coin.
Yeah, yeah, I think you show me that part. You have to, like, spiral up, and then you have to do that for the star, but then also for the star of collecting all the red coins, so the one giant spiral of annoyingness you have to do twice. Yeah, you show me that video.
And you actually have to do it a third time, because the sixth star is no longer like the regular blast away the wall. And so, but you have to, you know, go up part of the way up the gauntlet and then use a cannon. And it's just, yeah, a little bit insane.
So what would be more annoying? Having to go all the way up the gauntlet twice for 2 different stars, or going up there all the way just to find out there isn't even a star up there? Because I feel like the second one would be the more annoying one the first time someone does it, but then people would just say, oh yeah, no, that's a red herring, don't even do it. And most people would then just go and completely ignore the thing, and it would not be as effective. But for the first person going up...
I think that it would have been really funny if you get up there thinking that you're getting that star, but instead it's one of the red coins. Like, because the red coin is there, but then not also have a star.
God, have it be where it's like you have to go all the way up and there is nothing there like immediately, and so you feel like you've wasted all of your time going up there just for it to turn out that like some other star you have to trigger somewhere else, and then the star shows up there.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Or even better, you have to go all the way up there, hit a switch to activate something somewhere else in the level, get off of the gauntlet, go and, you know, go through the thing that you activated, open that up, and then activate a switch there, which puts a star on top of the gauntlet. So you have to do it twice in the same life.
Oh, that would be... yeah. But then of course the mod goes and does weird things like again in Womp's Fortress, like I said, you know, they have this gauntlet, blah blah blah. But then one of the stars they just stick in the little secret block in the base of the tower. And if you actually get to that, star, like, legitimately by getting all the ones before it, so you can see the name of the star, like, it gives away where it is in the name of the star. So it's just like, okay, so we have some of the hardest stars that we've ever had to try to get in Mario, and then literally the easiest one, other than maybe the Toad stars.
I
And
mean, in
that's
all fairness, when I was young, I never understood the blast away the wall star and never got that one either.
I remember the first time I played it, I knew what I had to do, but I don't remember where I learned about it.
I think I eventually learned about it by, like, just watching speedrunners play the game. It's like, oh my gosh, that's the thing? Except the speedrunner did the thing where you just walk off the platform and clip into the wall. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to know to do that? But then one of the people running, or like whoever commenting, was all like, yeah, normally you'd have to use a cannon, but with this you can do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh. Yeah, I learned how to get all of the stars by watching speedruns of the game a bunch. And then eventually got the game for myself and got all the stars in like 2 days. Because I'm not a speedrunner. Anyway.
Yes, but that's enough talking about other games. Rune Factory, what have you been doing today?
I mean, the day just started, so I just cleared out the field a little bit, as I've been doing. I'm imagining that if the school gets built, there should be some sort of a cutscene between the days or something, but so far there's been nothing. Oh, right. Whoops. Gosh, the fact that this game eventually whatever, eventually winds up being Rune Factory 5 is kind of mind-blowing. Just, like, the sheer difference in what the game has in it, and, like, this game has, what, 4 dungeons that you can't even use until most of the way through the first year. Rune Factory 5, I beat the game, I think, before the end of summer? Year 1?
Huh.
I'm sure when I play through it with only a watering can, the difficulty will come up, because I know that Rune Factory 4 was also a rather short game to play through when you had access to everything, but with watering can only, actually lengthened out to be a decent difficulty of game, so I'm sure Rune Factory 5 will be much the same in that regard. However, for now, it is not. Because watering can only run doesn't just eliminate, like, yeah, watering can only run changes, I think it's like 5 different things of the game. However, some of those things don't actually exist in earlier Rune Factory games.
Oh.
Rune Factory 1, I don't think you can actually upgrade your weapon.
Huh.
So, that part, no upgrading the weapon does nothing. Rune Factory 1, you can take monsters into battle. So it does eliminate that part, but you can't take townsfolk into battle. So that part is moot. Let's see. Eating foods to get special boosts. Strictly speaking, watering can only run allows for that. So that's a moot point there. So there's nothing special about that. But yeah. Equipment. You can get some equipment in Rune Factory 1, but I don't suppose that would make too huge of a difference to having no equipment. Yeah, the general idea is to try to make the game as close to being a monk-style run as possible. Which is something I like to do in games, but a lot of games, a monk-style run is downright impossible. Yeah, a lot of games fall into either a monk-style run is literally impossible, or a monk-style run is a fully legitimate way to play the game and actually kind of easy. Oh, hello, hello, hello!
Hello?
The school's built!
Okay, don't approach it. Yet.
Okay. So you want me to approach it after midnight, right? Or...
Yeah, I'd say around 1 a.m. Do you think you're ready to move forward into the future?
Yeah, sure. I mean, just finish up the daily stuff and then we'll be fine enough.
Cool.
In this world... Sorry, I have to go. A part of me really wants to try to do a Let's Play of Sky Factory. Another part is like, no, that would be really boring. Because like I mentioned, the first few hours are just trying to make a cobblestone machine. It's really boring. It's nice just to, as a thing to just play while like watching YouTube or whatever. And I believe Rooster Teeth managed to do it well because, one, they had lots of editing to cut out most of the boring stuff, but also they had lots of different people. So when one person's doing something that is boring, like, you know, farming chickens, they instead focus on someone else. Like, oh, hey, it's like, this person is farming up chickens, that's really boring stuff. And like, yeah, I did farming chickens all the way up to max tier, and that was really boring. Well, would be really boring to watch. But it's like, oh, well, these people are, you know, deciding that they want to fight each other. It's like, well, let's focus on, you know the exact people I'm talking about with that, I'm sure. So, like, I think it would be really fun, not just to do, like, a co-op Sky Factory or Stone Block, whatever thing, but to have one where it's, like, with, like, 8 people or so. Nice big party, we can all, like, split up and do our own things. Have someone there just working on cows. And it's like, okay, you can have a space to yourself, and this is the cow farm. You get your spreadsheets out, you get your cows. And you can just, you know, be the cows.
Moo.
Exactly. Yeah, I need to go and look up what Infinity can do again. Because I know that's, like, really flippin' difficult to make normally. Actually, no. You know what I'm going to go and do? I know we're closing up close to the end of the episode. I'm going to look up Minecraft Crafting recipe for infinity. None of this is showing this. Okay, wait. Is this it? Okay, this seems to be it. Copy image. So this is the recipe for how to make infinity. Okay, wait, that's tiny.
Oh, you sent it to me? I thought you were showing me on stream or something.
No. I'm sure you can look it up as well. One, two, three.
I'm sorry, that's a recipe?
Yeah, it requires 24, like, was it deep stone ingots or whatever? A whole bunch of, like, glittering diamond essence ingots and a bunch of glittering... I don't even know how to make all of this stuff. I do know that the black ingots, the 24 of them that you need, basically the only way to get those, I think without using cows... I think you can get them with cows, I'm not sure. But I think the only way to get those is there's a tool... There's a machine that you can make that requires a bunch of fancy stuff into it, so, you know, not easy to make that. And it can make one, like, nugget of that material every couple of minutes. To make the 24 ingots that you need to make one infinity thing, I think takes a couple of days of leaving one of those machines. So you'd have to spend a bunch of materials and make a whole bunch of those machines if you want to use them for an infinity ingot in any reasonable amount of time. It's not 3 p.m. Alright, Alright. So, that is not... So yeah, the infinity ingot. Is this image at all going to be bigger? No. So you need 24 neutronium ingots. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crystal matrix ingots. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 11 infinity catalysts.
Those sound like fun.
So crystal matrix ingots can be made with 4 diamond lattice and 2 nether stars each. So you need at least 22 nether stars.
Wait. Nether stars. Don't you get those by beating the Wither?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Notably, you can also get nether stars from plants. One of the magical plants. It's like the final tier of magical plant can make you a nether star plant that takes like 3 times as long to grow as any of the other plants. And also gives you a wither if you get too close to it. But yeah, so 22 nether stars. I think a lattice requires about 4 diamonds. And... Actually, forget like the rest of the in-game day. I want to look this up more. So diamond lattice requires 5 diamonds. So 20 diamonds per crystal matrix ingot times 11. So 22 nether stars, 400, I think it was. No, 220? Yeah, 220 diamonds. Neutronium ingots. Before version 1 is unusually uncraftable. You have to get neutronium nuggets, which doesn't have a proper crafting recipe. But like I said, it is made by that one machine that takes 4 flippin' ever. And to make it one of the 11 infinity catalysts you need, that isn't even a proper... That isn't even the proper crafting thing. But you need, for each one, you need a block of emerald, an iron singularity, gold singularity, lapis singularity, redstone singularity, nether quartz singularity, an ultimate stew, cosmic meatball, endist pearl, and a record fragment.
Did you just say endist pearl?
Endist pearl, yes.
Is it because it's just like there's the ender pearl and this one's the endist?
Let's see if this image will copy. No, it will not. I'll send you a link to check out the endist pearl, and you can see what this requires. Remember, you need 11 of these, and each one of these also requires 4... What is that material? 4 neutronium ingots and another star, as well as a bunch of ender pearls and endstone.
So you need even more nether stars.
Yeah, at least 33 of them. A couple of food items and a pile of neutrons. Oh my gosh, wait. The neutronium is even worse. You don't get nuggets, you get a tiny pile of neutrons from the neutron collector. So the neutron collector, about every 355 seconds, so about every 6 minutes, will make 1 pile of neutrons. 9 of those makes a nugget. 9 of those makes an ingot. So if we do that, so 355 seconds times the 9 to make 1 nugget, times the 9 to make 1 ingot, times the 24 to make enough just for the base recipe, not even counting all the ones that you need for everything else. Not even counting the extra recipes to make an infinity. Divide by 60 for number of minutes, divide by 60 for number of hours, divide by 24 for number of days, would take almost 8 days of one machine working. And it requires like what, about a dozen blocks of quartz and maybe a dozen or 2 dozen blocks of iron, as well as more crystal matrix ingots to make them. How many nether stars are in the ultimate stew? And of course, don't forget the hundreds of iron blocks, gold blocks, lapis blocks, redstone blocks, and nether quartz blocks to make all the singularities, because you need 11 of those. Of each of those. So yeah, a whole heaping heck ton of time and at least 33 nether stars to make 1 infinity ingot. Can I actually copy the... Why can I not copy the crafting grid anymore? This is so annoying. I know we're completely off track of regular game, but... So if you want to make, like, a piece of armor like a helmet, this is what you need. One, two, three, four, five.
My God, like, this just seems like needlessly prohibitive.
Basically, yes. 19 infinity ingots just to make the helmet. To be fair, in the mod packs that have this sort of thing, even farming nether stars becomes a non-issue eventually. So yeah, how many nether stars would it take for a full suit of armor? We should probably calculate that after we finish
Oh
all
my
this
God.
recording, but suffice it to say, it's a heck ton. Or
Yeah.
you can make an infinity cow. And going to pause the game again. Infinity cow Minecraft. Move fluids. Ba 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 ba. Wait, is it this one? No, wait. Glue, lava, iron, gold, pink slime, pig iron, nutrient distillation. So yeah, it takes a heck of a lot of breeding just to get to an infinity cow. How long does it take? No? No. No, no, no. There may be more, so that's not even in the thing. So I'd have to actually find an infinity cow and just to see how many hours it takes it to make. And I don't even think that when it actually does make liquid that it even makes like a full infinity ingot's worth. I think it makes like a quarter. Might make a full ingot's worth, but it still takes a few hours, but it's definitely a lot faster than trying to craft them all. Considering crafting them and milking them are... Well, technically there is a third way to get infinity in Stone Block 2. That one could argue... Ah! The one could argue is faster than either of these methods.
Oh.
Not, 1,000% certain of this, but there is a endgame tool that basically acts like a shop. You can, sell items to it to get points, and then use points to buy items. So, selling a dirt to it, that'd be, 1 point. And for, say, 10 points, you could, buy a sapling. Or something. For example. So you could have... say, your iron golem farm, making a bunch of iron and throwing iron into it, selling it a bunch of iron to make a bunch of points, and I think an infinity is like 1 billion points or something. And that's if it even actually uses infinity at all. I'm not 100% sure if it even does. Yeah. Alright, time to just stand around and wait then.
Hooray! Standing around and waiting!
Yeah. So what do you think, Azura? You want to play some Sky Factory or Stone Block together and we can try to make ourselves matching infinity outfits?
Sure, let's Stone Block. Wait, Is that the wait, is that the one where we would start like 1,000 blocks away from each other?
I don't know if we would or would not, maybe.
Because I remember that's what happened when Achievement Hunter did it.
That is what happened when Achievement Hunter did it. But I've never seen anyone else play that in multiplayer, so the one source that I have says that that is what the case would be.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's simple enough. One of us works on making like a nice culture, civilization, whatever, in our little area, expanding out, building, and the other one just strictly focuses on just digging towards the other person. Make a stone pickaxe and just start going. At least with Stone Block over Sky Factory, you don't have to worry about making a cobblestone generator for a long, long while.
I mean, true.
Yeah, just grow your tree, get some lumber, wooden pickaxe, get some stone pickaxe, and I mean, you can just start digging around if you wish. Yeah, with Stone Block, it's also the case where if you go too far up, you go to another dimension with a whole bunch of like ores and stuff, and if you go too far up in that one, you reach the end. However, I also found in Stone Block that there's a tool that you can get that can break through bedrock. So you can break through the ceiling of your dimension, have open sky above you, jump a bit too high, and get teleported into a place that's just full of stone again. So I wanted to make some absolutely massive, like, just have the entire base just basically be a giant castle and make it seem like it's all open and free and everything, but then you can, like, climb, like, the tallest pillar and, like, you know, climb all the way up, and that's how you get to the other dimension, but make it seem like it's all free and open. Alright. And 1 a.m.
Alright.
I'm taking my watering can with me. Oh my gosh, a school! Oh my gosh, a witch! It's a wonderful school, just as was foretold. Yes, thank you for your help, Mr. Bryan, Mayor Bryan. Future looks bright in our town. No, for the entire kingdom of Norad. Children are the future. It's not just saying, it's the truth. Yay, yeah, lots and lots of wonderful new friends. Where is the baby, anyway? With that, winter changed to spring changed to summer to fall, and fall to winter, and the cycle continued. Then during one stormy night, as spring came again, and the flowers of the cherry trees began to bloom anew. Remember it all now. Finally remember why I came to this town. I know why I had to build a school here, but I don't have time to explain it to anyone. If Claire can conquer the 4 dungeons, the rest will follow. Just have to leave enough clues. I have to leave quickly. This is something only I can do. Forgive me, Claire. Forgive me, Alicia. Please take good care of Claire, Alicia. This is for the future of the town. No, for the future of the country. Dun-dun. What's wrong? It's still dark outside. What do you mean? Wait, I'm a redhead?
Looks like it.
Sorry, didn't mean to wake you. That's fine, but what's wrong? Also, why is she at like a full, like, not like a 45-degree angle?
I don't know.
It looks so creepy. Be a good girl and help out your mother. You can do that, right? Yeah. Going to give this to you. You won't understand it yet. It's my watering can. Ancient scroll. If you study hard in school, you'll understand it one day. When that day comes, everyone will be counting on you. Are you going somewhere? Yes, I have to leave now. I'm sorry, but there's no more time. So imagine the people playing this game back when this game was like new. And they didn't know that this was going to be a thing. They just figured, you know, this is just how Harvest Moon works. It's just how Rune Factory works, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. And then they get to this scene.
It is an interesting twist.
Yeah, you have a kid, and then your character just abandons the game, and now you have to play as your child. Also, I still hear the storm outside. Oh, what? Wait.
Making your way to Wonderland, through the way to fly high in the lasting world. Keep holding your dream by your side, fly high. Keeping the secret in my heart, wishing my dreams would come true. See free before they break the count. Imagine the freedom in my world. If a lasting dream, I'm here, feeling music passing by. Fly high.
This feels like would be a great way to start an episode, doesn't it?
Hello and welcome to Rune Factory 2? Gosh, I wish I could have saved at the end of that.
I can't wait.
No, wait, wait.
You're finally old enough to start attending school that your dad helped build.
It's been a while since Daddy left. Are you lonely?
I was sad when he left, and sometimes I still am. As long as I have you, I know I'll be okay.
That's good.
Are you sad without your father around, Claire?
Who? Don't worry, I'm fine, because I've got you.
What is my name?
Alicia.
That's sweet of you to say.
Say, why do you think Daddy left? Is he not coming back? Do you think he's... dead?
Demonetized? No, I don't.
What's that? Yeah, don't worry, he'll be back. Da-da-da. Lessons go from 9 to 12 each weekday morning. I'm gonna go and find Dad, but if I tell Mom, she'll stop me for sure. I better just keep it a secret then.
Morning.
Wait, I want you to change the weather and stuff for me. Okay, so, what's my inventory look like? Huh.
Where are your tools?
I have a basket! Yeah, I keep all of my skills. For some reason.
Yeah, where's your watering pot?
I guess we're just gonna have to figure that out in the next episode. I'm sorry, equipping this changed the music.
Yeah, it's your backpack because you're going to school. What?